Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be carrying on with dismantling the Capri's dash. I'm going to focus on getting the main dash panel out so that I can fill the cracks and paint it black. To start this process from the beginning, watch my Capri dash lights video, because that shows the first half of removing the dash. Follow those steps and then come back to this to carry on. I'm going to be figuring this job out as I go along, so you have to bear with me if I take a few wrong turns. First thing I'm going to do is remove these A-pillar covers, 2 screws on each one. They came off pretty easily. So the next thing I'm going to do is undo the screws on each side and a couple of screws in the dash as well, see if that loosens things up a bit. That's loosened things up quite a bit, and now there's quite a few screws right underneath the dash up against the metalwork underneath the windscreen. Before I do that though, I'm going to remove this glove box. So to get the glove box out, it looks like there's 2 bolts underneath, and inside there's up to 4 screws. I'm going to take all of these out and I'm going to put them in the diagram that I created in the part 1 of this video. I can't stress highly enough how useful this is to keep track of which screws all went where. Draw it however you want, but it's a very useful thing to do. And with those 2 nuts removed and the 4 screws from inside the top lip, glove box has come off fairly easily, giving us lots of space in the footwell to work with now. I put the nuts and the washers back on the threads they came off so I don't lose them. And I put the screws into my diagram so I can put them back in later. Next, what I'm going to do is just start going around the whole of this dash really and removing any of the bolt heads or screws that look like they directly affix it to the rest of the car. Halfway through that job, and one thing that's become apparent, I need to remove these 2 screws which hold the heater controls on. I'll need to have done these at some point anyway, because my next job after the dash is going to be the heater box, so I'll do those now. One thing I have been advised to do is all the cables that this heater control box connects to the heater box, I've been told to leave them attached for now, because they can make things difficult later if you remove them. So the dash is very loose now, and as soon as I put the camera down, I'm going to see if it will come off altogether. Another thing I think I'm going to have to do is the ventilation pipes that you might be able to see. Sorry about the lighting on the back of these vents. I think these just pull off, so you'll have to do that with those. In total, to remove, I had 2 large screws on this side, 2 large kind of screws underneath the dash, the 2 screws for the heater, and then just 2 bolts with spring washers on underneath the end. All the screws have gone in my board, and the bolts will go back in the dash once I've pulled it out. And that, my friends, is what a Capri looks like with no dashboard. It wasn't too difficult to get off in the end, so to pull those last 2 vents off and wiggle it, and eventually I loosened it from this side and then pulled it out through the driver's side. If you have a larger wheel, I think mine's 15 inch, you might want to take the steering wheel off to help you. I was originally going to do that as part of this job anyway, but I'd forgotten that I'd glued in the centre boss using some pretty strong glue. I think it's going to snap the thing apart as I try and get it off, so I'm going to do that job some other day for now. And with the dash out, you can really see the extent of the cracking. Mine's quite bad. It looks like it has been repaired once in the past as well. Big crack down here, a couple of hairline cracks there, a big crack and some crumbling around the vents there, another crack here with some little offshoot cracks, and even some cracks over here, so it's not in a good way. You do have quite a lot of options with what to do when you get to this stage. My preferred one really would be to send it off to someone and get it filled and covered in a nice leather or Alcantara or something trim. That don't know how much that would cost, but it's a bit beyond what I'm intending to do at the moment. So for now, I just bought a cheap kit off the internet, don't know, eBay or Amazon or something, with a bit of filler and a bit of dye. So I'm going to use that just to patch up these cracks for now. And then I'm going to spray dye the whole thing black to match what I've done with the rest of the interior of my car. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Next video is going to carry on what I've been doing, and it's going to be digging into repairing the heater blower motor and the heater matrix. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.